Have you ever felt like you had to prove that you were worthy in your life? In your grades, getting a cool job, obtaining a new title in your club, or even just catching up to your friends on social media and their pictures? We base our success on what we have accomplished and care what our friends, family, peers, and randos on Instagram think of us. But as Christians, our success needs to be based on what God thinks of us, not what this world thinks of us. Today, I want to share a passage from Luke chapter 1, verse 46 through 55, also known as Mary's Song. Mary was not a powerful woman. She hardly had any money, and she didn't have any important titles. She was an average Joe who believed in God. But her life was forever changed after learning she would be the mother that would birth the Messiah, Jesus. But instead of her becoming prideful and boasting to everyone that she was going to be the birthing Jesus, she instead praised God for his faithfulness to her. The message I hope you'll remember today is that your self-worth is found in humility, not the trophies you've won on earth. Mary's words remind us that God values humble hearts more than impressive accomplishments the world praises and strives for. Mary said in Luke, My soul glories the Lord, and my spirit rejoices in God my Savior, for he has been mindful of the humble state of his servant. From now on, all generations will call me blessed. From the Mighty One has done great things for me. Holy is his name. His mercy extends to those who fear him, from generation to generation. He has performed mighty deed with his arms. He has scattered those who are proud in their utmost thoughts. He has brought down rulers from their thrones, but he has lifted up the humble. He has filled the hungry with good things, but has sent the rich away empty. He has helped his servants Israel, remembering to be merciful to Abraham and his descendants forever, just as he promised our ancestors. This was Mary's song. During this song, I noticed that throughout the text, she never makes herself the hero. She doesn't brag that she's the bringer of Jesus, but leads her worship back to God. Even after she received such powerful, life-changing news, she pointed the attention to her Lord. She praises a God who doesn't just recognize the rich and successful, but the plain Jane, average Joe, people that feel like no one sees them. She glorifies God who keeps his promises and shows his mercy to those who have faith in him. God works through people the world overlooks. Here at ACU, many of us spend our college years comparing ourselves to the people around us and mostly competing with them. We compare our grades, internships, future careers, and even how our lives seem on pictures on social media. We begin believing that our value depends on how cool we seem or how impressive we are. But Mary reminds us of something completely different. Our values don't come from resumes or our LinkedIn. It doesn't come from how many awards we've earned, titles we've gained, and the number of people that know us. Our true value comes from what God thinks of us. Us having humility means recognizing that every gift, opportunity, and success ultimately comes from our God. Humble people are teachable. They serve others before themselves. They celebrate others' people's success instead of feeling threatened by them. Darrell L. Bach was a man who studied the New Testament and became a scholar. He said that in Mary's song, she praised God's faithfulness to her. He kept his promises and lifted up those who depended on him. And he didn't care if they didn't have a status or money. That same pattern still encourages believers today. This is something our generation desperately needs to hear. The world tells us to promote ourselves, have a good image, constantly prove that we're worthy. Mary's example points toward another way. She teaches us that the people God uses most are often those who are willing to serve quietly, trust with their whole heart, mind, and soul, and give him the glory in everything that we do. Imagine how different our campus would be if we stopped competing with one another and being jealous of our friends and started encouraging one another instead. Imagine if we cared more about what God thought of us instead of what humans who are sinners thought of us. That's the kind of community Mary's song invites us to build. As you leave here today, we will all return to our busy lives and schedules and continue to see what so-and-so is up to on social media. We'll be surrounded by opportunities to compare ourselves to other people and measure our worth by success. But to think back to Mary's song, remind yourself that your value is based on something greater than human opinion. God notices the humble heart. He strengthens us when we trust in him. He keeps his promises. And he uses normal, everyday people just like us to accomplish extraordinary things. My challenge for all of us is simple. Choose humility over comparison. Ask yourself if you think God would be proud of you of how you live. Celebrate someone else's success and don't become jealous. Serve everyone without expecting recognition. Remember that your worth isn't determined by your accomplishments or what people think of you. God, the creator of the earth, decided to create you. He loves you. In heaven, you won't be judged on how many likes you got on a post or how much money you made this year or what grades you made your freshman year of college. But you'll be judged on how you treated people, if you led people close to Christ, and if you fled from sin and turned to the light. Our goal on this earth isn't how rich, powerful, and famous we can get, but if we're a good servant to the Lord. Remember, lots of people hated Jesus to the point where they murdered him. Don't find acceptance in this world. Find acceptance in God. Thank you.